Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back. My name is Georgia. If you're new to my regular subscribers, welcome back. So, as you could tell from the title, I'm going to do a recap and a review of Belle Collective Season 3, Episode 3, titled Lying and Spying. I did not get a chance to do the review on episodes 1 and 2, but however, I did watch it. So you may see me or hear me make some reference to what happened in prior episodes in this review. But we're starting off this season of review with episode 3. So we have it where Latrice and So Gucci, they're meeting outside of the baby shower. As you guys already know, JJ's daughter Star is having a baby. So Gucci's daughter in season 2 had a baby, and they had a baby shower for her. But now Star is having a baby shower, and her mom is throwing a baby shower for her. If you guys remember, we've seen her mom on a different show. Are we gonna name the show Dance Mom? It wasn't Dance Mom. I forgot, but I used to watch it, but I do forget the name of the show. But her mom is throwing a shower for her. JJ let us know that Star got married and is pregnant and is gonna have a boy, and he did not get the chance to talk to Star's husband before they got married. He just felt like he was left out of that whole situation, and he's a little bit upset about it. He spoke to Star about it in episode 2, and she told him basically, Dad, we didn't feel that you were approachable, so we just went ahead and did it. So now he's like, you know what? All right, since I wasn't there for the proposal and the wedding, at least name the baby after me. And she was like, no, he's going to be a junior. He's going to be named after his dad. So he had a talk with his daughter regarding that. But getting off topic. So yes, Latrice and So Gucci is outside of the venue talking. And Latrice told her, listen, when you invited me to your boot camp in episode 2, I didn't know you made me feel bad for arriving late. However, you were open arms with Maria, and I didn't think that was right. So Gucci told her, well, in the same breath, I don't think it was right that I showed you commercial properties. Come to find out, she only showed her one. I don't think it's right that I showed you commercial properties and you went and you closed on a commercial space with somebody else. So they went back and forth with that for a little while, but both of them left feeling like, they couldn't trust each other anymore. So they had their little quick talk. Now we have Aikisha, and she goes to Josh. Come to find out that Josh has been her makeup artist since she's been back in Jackson, Mississippi. And they've, become friends per se, and Josh feels that he could confide in Aikisha. So now she's there at the salon getting her makeup done, and he's telling her about what's been going on in Latrice and Cliff's house, which I think is wrong. You should not have done that, Josh. You're supposed to be a friend. Latrice, brought you into her house and shared her space with you because of what was going on with the water crisis in Mississippi. So yes, you come in their house, you try to help out as much as you can. Just don't get into their personal business. But I think what happened is, and like he said, he wasn't living with Latrice before. So he was hearing everything from Latrice, secondhand. But now he's in the house viewing firsthand of how the relationship between Latrice and Cliff has been. And he's not liking it. He feels that Cliff is controlling. We already know that he felt that from before, but he's seeing it even on a larger scale now. He spoke to Latrice about it. They were in a private conversation in her bedroom because, as we know, her and Cliff were not in the same bedroom. And Cliff was outside the door listening. And then he heard when Josh told Latrice that, I think your husband is controlling you and it's not good. And Cliff made the comment outside the door, maybe you and Josh should go and live together. Well, he said it in his twang and his tone, but we all know what he was saying. Maybe you and Josh should get together and go live. So now Josh is telling Aikisha about that situation, about other things that's going on in the house. He's also telling Aikisha about when he and Latrice and another friend went out for drinks and Cliff popped up and was nasty and mean to production and stuff like that. He felt that she was being deceitful. He's like, oh, you guys are meeting in order to talk about me and stuff like that. So there seems to be some sort of self-esteem issue with Cliff. But he's saying that, no, I'm the man of the house. Y'all gonna say what I do. It's my roof. You're my wife. You know, that old school mentality where you belong to me. I put a ring on your finger, so therefore you belong to me. Latrice feels that sometimes he get it mixed up that, you know, she's his wife and not one of his kids, because then we do find out that she's around the same age as his kids and she got grandkids and stuff like that. Well, there's a lot going on with all these people. But yes, so that's what Aikisha and Josh was talking about. So Aikisha gave him some great advice, in my opinion. It's like, listen, be there for a friend for her, but as far as the marriage thing, stay out of it. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing to them about it. Just be there as a friend. Now we have Latrice and Leticia. As we know, Leticia has a public, she's like a publicist. So Latrice is about to have an event. And we've known that, you know, she's not a fan of public speaking. Like, she gets choked up. She doesn't know what to say. So she's going to Leticia to help her, you know, get prepped for the event that she has to do. So they're doing a mock, like a mock introduction and a mock speech and whatever. And they did that for a little while. Leticia gave her some advice and some tips, and she took that with her. Then Latrice asked Leticia for more advice on the personal space, where she's asking her, like, listen, I know that you're going through it with Glenn right now. What makes you stay? You know, why haven't you gone? And Leticia told her that she don't feel like Glenn would allow her to go be in peace. So until she feels that he is that he's accepted that the relationship is over, she's just trying to be careful about how she exits the relationship. So I think, in my opinion, we have Latrice saying that I love my husband, he's the best man ever, but at the same time, as a viewer, I feel that she's afraid of him. Like, over the past few seasons, we're in season 3, I'm seeing her light dim each season as we watch it. Like Cliff is like really overbearing, and she is leaning into it instead of pushing back. And you would wonder, okay, is she not pushing back because he's financing her business? But she let us know that no, she built everything from the ground up. She started selling her hair out of the trunk of her car, so everything is hers. So I believe in one conversation, somebody asked her, do you feel that he is being overbearing because he doesn't want you to surpass him as far as business is concerned, money is concerned, and stuff like that? And she's like, no, she doesn't feel that way. She just doesn't know what it is. But Cliff is not letting up, and he doesn't even care that the cameras are recording. He is just being mean, nasty, and rude to everybody. Or maybe he's just frustrated because she removed herself from the bedroom. Maybe that's the case. All right, so we left Latrice and Leticia speaking from there, and then we went over to Tambra and Marie. So Marie and Tambra are meeting up for lunch. In a nutshell, Marie is letting Tambra know, listen, girl, ain't nobody trusting you around here. Everybody feels that you're lying about every goddamn thing. There's another guy out there that we're supposed to know about. Are you and Damon engaged? Because that was supposed to be the plan from season 1. You're living with him. Are you engaged? Do you have another engagement out there? Were you married before? She's asking her a ton of questions. And Marie is speaking for the collective as a whole. And she's like, listen, nobody is trusting you right now because everybody feels that you lie. And when you're asked questions, you find a way to wiggle out of it. So that ended how it ended. And now Tambra knows it's on the table that nobody trusts you. And you did lie at one point, because when So Gucci came on your radio show, you told Gucci you invited everybody to the tailgate party of homecoming. Come to find out, you didn't invite nobody. You said you thought that So Gucci would have called the other ladies and invited them. Why would she do that if that's your event? You didn't ask her to do that, and why would you expect her to do that if your event? So there you go. That's one lie you're already caught in. And yeah. So I'm sure they're gonna catch you in more. But now we over here with Aikisha and Latrice. Aikisha is funny. She is funny as hell. So Aikisha and Latrice meeting up at the activity park or activity place or whatever. It's not a park, it's an indoor activity place where all the kids are. She's like, I can't believe that Latrice is here with her grandkids. She's there with 2 kids. She called one of the kids Ham Hock. Aikisha found that to be funny. She's like, why you out of breath and you're younger than me? Why can't you keep up with these kids? And then Latrice is like, oh, child, I don't know if I'm going to be ready for having kids because this is a lot. She's like, I don't want my body to be out of shape. I just want to focus on business. And again, Aikisha giving great advice again. She gave great advice to Josh. And here she's giving great advice to Latrice. She's like, listen, kid, you'll never be ready for kids because there's always going to be something that's going to say, okay, it's not time yet. So what you need to do is actually just go ahead and have the kids if you know you want children. So yeah, they played around for a minute, and then she told her about meeting up with Josh. Aikisha didn't go into detail or whatever, but she just let Latrice know, listen, your friend Josh is really concerned about you. I know he stayed with you for a while. Just know that he's concerned about you. And Latrice didn't like that. She's like, I shouldn't be hearing anything in the confessional. She said, I shouldn't be hearing anything about my house, what's going on in my house from Aikisha. But Aikisha didn't come out and give detail. Aikisha didn't come out and give details. She just basically like, listen, your friend is concerned about you. And maybe you not want to talk to him about what's going on in your marriage. So that was that. Now we have Tambra and Damon. They're out to lunch or dinner. Tambra is telling Damon that, her publicist or program director, whoever he is, wants her to start a podcast because there are things that she wants to talk about that she can't do while she's on the air. So she's considering starting a podcast. He's been on her to do it for years now. So maybe it's time. They're going to call it... Are we on the air, or is the mic on, or something like that? And Dumont wants to know if he's going to be included in the podcast because he said he's not getting enough time to spend with her. He's supposed to be her fiance, so-called fiance. They're living together and he's not getting to spend enough time because she's always working. Tamara letting him know, listen, dude, you told me when we were going to move in together, you told my parents that you were going to propose to me, and it has not happened yet. So as far as I'm concerned, we're just living together as roommate. And Damon is like, she told him, she's like, you bribed me. But she basically bribed her and saying, yes, move in with me, first the house, then the ring, then we're going to get married. He from the previous episodes, he's saying that he didn't think that them living together would be the way it is because he expects everything to be how it was before she moved in, which is, I don't know, I guess whenever she comes over and spend time with him, she cook for him and make him a priority. And she's like, no, I'm the priority. You're not making me a priority. And she's like, she's considering moving out and getting her own condo. So she's I think they're in agreement with that. Because when he's like, oh, I expected things to be the way it was before you moved in, she was like, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm not used to living with anybody, and I think I need my own space. So I think what's going on there with Damon and Tambra is that she does not want to live with anyone out of wedlock. She wants a ring. He feels pressure that she's asking for the ring in, not directly, but in a roundabout way. And maybe he really wants his freedom. So I thought the whole thing for them to get together was for them to have a baby together. Let's go having a baby. Isn't that what they talked about in season 1 and 2? So what's going on now? Did he really say, let's get married? Or is it her who's pushing it? Let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. Do you remember season 2? What was the conversation between Demond and Tambra? From what I remember, it was all about just going half on a baby, having a child together. So Tambra wants a proposal and she wants it soon. So now, last scene of this episode, we have Latrice and So Gucci. They're meeting up at the condo where she's supposed to be, moving out and leaving Glenn. And then we have Marie show up. So now we find out that Marie is going to put the name of the condo in her name in order for Glenn not to find them. They're sitting there talking about how they're going to get over it and they're going to get, they're going to get in here and they're going to be able to have peace or whatever. You turn around, you see Glenn at the door. Everybody is startled. Everybody's jumping out of their skin. You have people running to the back room. And I think the door was open. So Glenn just let himself in. And Marie is the one who stops him. She's like, what are you doing here? Where you going? We have Latrice running to the back room. Leticia running to the back room. You have So Gucci running. And Marie's like, Glenn, you need to leave. You do not need to be here. Everyone's like, what the hell is this you got going on? You have your exes that you got to go deal with. Go deal with the married man that you see and let me and my wife do my thing. Why you over here trying to rent an apartment in your name for her? I know everything that's going on. Apparently, he was recording her and knew exactly what was happening. He must have some recording device in the house or something. Damn, that's taking it kind of far. So, while they were there going back and forth, Leticia's like, all right, Glenn, come outside. Let's go talk about it before, Marie punch in your face or something like that, because it was getting heated. So once they're outside, they're talking. She was like, Glenn, you need to stop. You need to stop this. He's like, why are you doing this? I need you. I'm not about to let my family go. And I need you to come back home or whatever. You're not leaving. So Gucci is on the inside saying, listen, Marie, this apartment is supposed to be rented in your name, or this condo is supposed to be rented in your name. She can't tell him to leave, but you can go outside and tell him he gotta go. So Marie went outside. She was like, come on in here, Leticia. And Glenn was like, don't talk to her. And I'm talking to my wife. Like, no, come on in here to Leticia. Leticia goes in. And Marie's like, you see she's in here. Now you gotta go, Glenn. Glenn, go to Walmart. Go find a toy to play with. Yeah, go buy yourself a toy in Walmart to play with. And then that's it. And that's where the episode ended. That's where the episode ended, guys. So it's heating up. Like we said, we're on season 3 of Belle Collective. I don't even think that they showed some upcoming episodes, or in the next episode where we see Glenn. I think it's his mom or his grandmom is not feeling well, and of course Leticia is gonna be there for him. We show a scene where we have Latrice and Cliff having a conversation, and Cliff is like putting his foot down, like, I'm the man in this relationship. It's not an equal relationship. Real Southern, old time Southern men mentality. And it should be getting interesting from here. So, of course, I'm going to continue doing the reviews. I still have to catch up on the reviews for Love and Marriage Huntsville. I know I'm like 3 or 4 episodes behind, which is a shame. I got to get on that. And we have a new Love and Marriage Detroit coming up. So, of course, we're going to be doing that as well. And the Real Housewives of Atlanta is also. So, there's a lot to discuss. So, make sure that you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my reviews, guys. And until next time, be sure to take care of yourselves and your family. Again, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And until the next video.